I'm going to be teaching my husband how to plant garlic. We got our garlic in the mail yesterday, our seed garlic in the mail yesterday, and he doesn't plant stuff. I think he's intimidated by it. I think a lot of people are intimidated by it. And so garlic is hands down the easiest thing that you can plant. In October in the Memphis area, this area, zone 7, which is super hot and humid, is it's the perfect time to start doing that. So I'm gonna, whenever he gets up, I'm going to teach him how to plant garlic. If he fails at that, then he probably doesn't have a future in this.
So,
guess who's back?
Back again.
JT's back. Tell a friend, or subscribe to the channel, or
Yep.
share the video because of this guy.
Today we're here to talk about garlic. Fun facts. Garlic has been used for over 4,000 years.
That's cool.
And the average human consumes 2 pounds of garlic
A year? I would say that our family consumes more than that.
Yeah.
As an average person, to be honest, because we use garlic every single day, and garlic is really good at keeping your immune system strong. Obviously, sometimes your immune system fails and gives you cancer. Sometimes your immune system fails and gives you an autoimmune disease. However, according to my doctors, I'm still very healthy.
That's right.
So there we go.
But no, cancer is a bad thing. Garlic is a good thing.
Right.
One thing, actually, I don't know if you knew this. Garlic is also known as Russian, you ready for this? Penicillin.
That doesn't
In
surprise
World
me.
War II, whenever a soldier would have a
Open
cold or
this.
get sick, they would give him garlic. And we watched a movie on Netflix one time. This is really stuff.
About the garlic industry.
The garlic industry and where the minced garlic comes from. And that was a bit creepy because a lot of the minced garlic comes from China, where they actually have prisoners that use their teeth
The
to
camera
actually peel.
is right there.
Okay.
You're looking at me.
Is this going in the video?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the Chinese prisoners would use garlic, and they would peel them and mince it with their teeth, and that's when you get like the minced garlic in the stores. There's a possibility that came from Chinese prisoners, which is hilarious because one of the great things about garlic is it actually helps your blood flow and oxygen in your blood flow. And it helps it go to all organs of both men and women, if you're catching the drift what I'm it helps. So think about that Chinese prison with all these prisoners munching on garlic ooh, I would hate to be in there and be good looking.
I don't think they care at that point.
You got pretty face. Okay, so what are we doing with the garlic?
Okay, so I'm teaching JT how to plant garlic. Garlic is hands down one of the easiest things that you can plant and grow in pretty much any environment. I have grown. We'll let that one be for when I have my surgery. Stop. So what we're doing is I'm trying to teach my husband how to plant garlic. So my husband really doesn't have anything to do with the stuff that we plant in the yard. He kind of just lets the girls and I handle that.
It's not true. I eat it.
He does eat it, and he thoroughly enjoys it. But in this area, I've grown garlic for 4 years now. 3 years.
Fun fact, garlic does not help with math skills.
No, it doesn't. No, because I skipped a season. I didn't grow it last year. That I know. So the first time I grew it, I was really nervous. A friend had given me a bunch of garlic bulbs. And so what we're going to start doing is peeling these, if you don't mind. And so I was really nervous. She's like, trust me, it will grow. So I put it in my bed, and I got really nervous all season long. And then lo and behold, I was so excited to dig it up in the summer. I actually dug it up early because I was so excited about it. But I've grown elephant garlic, soft neck garlic, and I've grown hard neck garlic. And my favorite variety, or favorite type to grow, is hard neck variety. A hard neck variety, and the reason being is you get a lot of cloves on them, or they're really big, and you get a lot of cloves. Stop. That's what the prisoners in China said. I got you this time. And so the garlic, the hardneck garlic, also has a scape that grows out of it, and it grows up and it kind of twirls, and that's the scape. And you want to cut it because you want the garlic bulb to get all of the energy from the sun for the plant, and that's where you want to grow that. But the scape, you can use it in your food, and it's like a garlicky green onion is what it is, and it's really good. So that's why I like the hardneck, and they just seem to be a hardier variety overall.
So we've tried 3 varieties?
Yeah, we have.
There's 400 varieties.
No. We've tried 3 types.
3 types.
Variety-wise, I'm about to get into that.
Oh.
Yeah, so what I did this year when I was looking for garlic is I wanted to, instead of, because you can go to the grocery store and get organic garlic and be able to, and you can plant that and grow it. As far as saving it for seeds and getting a nice bulb year after year, I mean, that could be a hit or miss. You may not. So because there's been a seed shortage this year in 2020, I really wanted to get seed garlic, and I went to Baker Creek, which is where I normally go and get most of my seeds. They're flat out of it. I know at some point in time they'll probably get some in, and they probably have some more in now. So I went to my next source of seeds, and that was MI Gardener, and because they both do heirloom variety seeds, and I have had great success with both of those companies. So what I went and looked to see what he had as far as, and if you've never watched any of his YouTube videos are pretty informative, but he does live in Michigan, so you have to keep that in mind when you are watching his videos if you live in a completely different environment from him. So we live in a zone 7 planting zone, but we live outside of Memphis, Tennessee. It is hot and humid in the summers, and our winters are mild. So those are things that you want to keep in mind, and you really want to plant things that are suited for your environment. So I looked for garlic varieties that would actually do well here. Some are just more cold hardy, and they do better in a colder environment. Some are just good all around, no matter what. This is going to take us like way longer than I thought it would, because my fingernails are not working.
It's a garlic flower.
It's not a garlic flower. That's actually the root.
It looks like a flower.
It does look like a flower.
It's fun for you to use. Don't say I ever gave you anything.
Keep vampires away now.
I know.
So we
Whoa.
So that's what I did. So I bought 3 different varieties this year. I bought 2 varieties that grow really well here, and then another variety that's rare. And I only bought 2 bulbs of those, so that way I could kind of experiment with that just in case it failed. So, but things that are rare kind of are fascinating to grow sometimes, to see if it works. So what we're doing is I bought I don't remember how many bulbs of these. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bulbs of this variety. This is called, I don't know quite how to pronounce it.
Garlic.
No, is it chestnut?
That's what it looks like.
Chestnut red.
C-H,
yeah, C-H-E-S-N-O-K, red. It is, or purple stripe. And so I bought 5 of these heads of garlic is what this is. And so you got a really good mild nutty flavor, and it's great for pretty much all cooking applications of garlic. And it's this pretty purple, hence the name's purple stripe. And so what we're doing is we're removing now all the cloves on them. Yeah, his fingers work better than mine, which is actually pretty sad because his fingers work less than everybody else's. And then we're taking the little papers off of them.
It's gonna be so pretty.
I know, right? And this is what you plant. So this is supposed to give they said you get about 9 cloves per head of garlic. So we'll see. That should give us a fair amount of seeds for this variety.
So it's really cool. Just looking at them, there are so many different sizes. Like, look at the size of this bad boy. That's one right there.
And you can, before you dig up your garlic in the summertime, which in this area you want to kind of do it in the month of June maybe. It's October currently, so plant garlic in October. And
is that because of the vampires?
No, because you want it to overwinter. It likes the cold season in the ground, and then it just sprouts like crazy as soon as it starts getting warm. So, and then you want to harvest it in about the month of June or so. You probably could let it go to July depending on the weather. But to know how many cloves are on your head of garlic, if you count the leaves that are on it, they're very thin leaves, but if you count those, that will kind of give you a general idea of how many cloves, because each one of those is supposed to be attached to a clove. So you'll have a fair idea.
Okay, question. I've gotten, like, as you see, 2 sides of this, but this has like a hard part here that doesn't come off. Is that okay to leave on?
Yeah, it's totally fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just trying to get most of it off. Like, I'm not going to be able, my fingernails are starting to come off, so I'm trying to use them sparingly. I'm not going to be able to get all the paper off. So.
Use your teeth.
No, thank you. So if it shows you how fast we are at this, we've gotten 4 done, and then we have the rest of these all over here.
So in other words, we're going to go to time lapse, and you're going to see us work in warp speed.
I think I'm just going to stop the video because that's going to make our video super.
Oh,
so you have to pretend to do time lapse.
Whoa.
So to finish peeling all the garlic, we brought out some help. So our 2 youngest came out and helped us peel the garlic. They have better fingers than both of us do, and it went way faster. So we had 5 heads of garlic, and out of those 5 heads of garlic, we were able to get 54 cloves out. So this is 54 seeds, essentially, that will eventually make 54 heads of garlic. And then what I will do in the summertime, when I harvest my garlic, I will set aside the biggest heads and the best looking heads for next year's crop, and that's how I'll save the seeds. I highly encourage you all, especially with the seeds shortage this year, to look at learning to save seeds on things that you plant. And I would start buying seeds now for next year is what I would do. I already have tons of seeds for next year, so I'm not really worried about that because I overbought significantly this year. But if I needed to buy seeds, I would buy them now. All right, so the other varieties that we got, I got forget what this one's called. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Called garlic.
No, it's not here. It's a German extra hardy. which I figured my husband would
Oh, bitteschön.
enjoy because he lived in Germany for a while. But the German extra hardy is also a really good variety for this area, and so that's why I got that one. So another variety that's really good is the music variety, and the reason I did not buy that is because by the time I had gone back to my cart, it was already sold out. So the German extra hardy has a very long storage life of 6 to 9 months. And out
Das
of,
ist gut.
yeah, and out of this,
Wunderbar.
you're gonna get anywhere from 4 to 6 cloves per head. So this one is supposed to be 9 cloves per head, and I would say we got about 9 cloves per head in the chestnut variety. And so we have the German variety, and then this is the rare variety that I was talking about that I got, and I'm gonna look it up so I can make sure I'm giving you the accurate stuff. But it's called the Persian Star. You see, yeah, you can see the difference there in size. And it is, give me a second. I hope they still have the, oh, there we go. So I got this one because it's rare, and I only got 2 bulbs, but it's supposed to have like, I think it's 10 to 12 cloves per head.
Hey, sir, guess what? Garlic pot.
And so it could be, and then the cool thing about this one is it's used for everything from fresh eating to cooking, and the long storage life of 6 to 8 months. So that'll be cool, because if I get 10 to 12 cloves on that one, then of the 2 bulbs that I get, I'll get anywhere from 20 to 24 of those. Because this is a more rare variety, what I'll probably do is actually plant this in one of my really good beds, an older bed that I have, just to watch it a little bit more, because rare typically means that it might take a little bit.
They smell my fingers.
That's never good. So, but I have a question, JT. Where have you been all summer? The good people would like to know, because apparently people really like you in these videos.
But don't blame them.
But where have you been?
Been inside. I don't like the summers. I don't do the humidity. My autoimmune disease is not like the heat.
It literally incapacitates them.
Yeah,
Like if you have an autoimmune disease and you are heat intolerant or cold intolerant, then you completely understand what he's saying.
I walk outside and I just feel like I'm going to throw up. It's just miserable. Weather's cooling off. I like the cooler weather. So
yeah, so maybe you'll start seeing him. And I'm going to start teaching him some of the things that I know. So.
Can you teach me something? That you're already teaching me to go back.
Yeah, so I don't know what you said. We're going to get ready to go plant these now.
Ooh, can I help?
Yeah, you can help. All right, so what we're doing is we are out here where I had all of my sunflowers and my watermelons planted last year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, along this border right here, I'm going to push back. I've already amended, well, yeah, I mean, technically Olivia did it mostly, but we've already amended the soil with our goat barn stuff. So it's got hay, or not hay, but straw, which is a really good mulch for garlic. And it's got tons and tons of goat berries. Can you see that?
how do they taste?
You don't taste them. And so it's a cold manure and can be applied directly. So this bed has already been amended with natural fertilizer is what is in this bed. So what we're going to do is plant the garlic all along here, all the way down. And as we go, we'll pull the weeds. And what we do is plant them 8 inches apart. So each clove will be planted 8 inches apart. You can plant them closer and do 4 inches because you will have a total of 8 inches. And that's considered high intensity planting. I'm gonna go ahead, because I have the space this year, to plant them 8 inches apart, so that way I can get bigger bulbs out of them, because you want to give them enough space to get a nice bulb. And I'm gonna give them plenty because this is a bigger bulbing variety. The smaller variety, the German Hardy, I probably will plant it every 4 inches apart. All right, babe, you ready?
Yes.
Oh,
Do you want to start from the fence? So.
All right. You want a shovel?
Okay.
You don't want to repeat what you just said before I turn the video on? Why do you need a shovel? I just use my hand. Is what I do, because it doesn't have to go very far.
Okay. Well, show me what you're doing.
He's worried about his manicure, guys.
My manicure, you know. Not worried about it. I went over there and tried to say hey to the goats a minute ago. They wanted nothing to do with me because the smell of my hands are so garlicky right now. All they were doing was running away. By the way, shout out, Robbie. Dude, appreciate it. I love the hat. I wear it all the time. It's probably my new favorite hat. Now we're having the awkward silence, so we'll be edited out.
All right, so you're gonna dig a little hole. I'm gonna film you doing this. This will be better if we film you doing this. Sorry.
Wait.
I know, right?
Wait. Where are you on it? Here?
Hold on, let me flip this. So yeah, just dig like a little hole.
How's that?
Yeah, you plant it about 4 inches in the ground. And that's it. That's a fair amount right there. It's pretty perfect. I can't grab with these gloves on. Pretty perfect. And then what you do is you see this end right here, and you have a point there. This end, this
like the root in?
Yep. That is the part that you want to plant down into the ground, just like that. And then the point you want covered up. You're pointing up, and then you just cover it back up. And so we'll do that every 8 inches. Oops, that's not the inches side. That is the centimeter side. And then we'll do that, and then the next one will be right there.
Ooh, I got a rock.
Did you get a rock? Then I would plant it back, then further back.
Yeah.
So that way, because the bulb will actually be able to grow.
End of the rock is here. Is this?
I think that's one of the. I think it's one of those big ones.
Okay. Okay. Planted with love.
There you go. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna just keep doing this all the way down until we don't have any more room or we run out of garlic. So I think that this one variety that we're doing, the chestnut variety, will go all the way down this, because this is about 50 feet in space, or in length, I guess you should say. And I'm not really worried about, because I have plans, if you've seen some of the other videos of planting my watermelon and my sunflowers back over here, I will know for sure where all this garlic is when I am planting those seeds in the summertime. So I'm not really worried about not knowing where my garlic is, because it will have been sprouted and looking really nice. So you got a slug?
Yeah. Slugs love salt.
Yeah, look at that slug. And feed it to the chickens, because I don't want them in the garden. My sweet kiddo is out here helping plant too. And she didn't get a lesson on how to plant all of this stuff. She just knows what to do. I'm telling you guys, garlic is super easy to plant. Super easy to plant. So it's October now. If you live in the South, shoot, I think if you live anywhere, it's time to plant garlic. I have planted mine as late as the first part of November and have had no problems. But I would definitely try to get it in before Halloween. Yeah. All right. I have one last tip. And that's what I've been doing this year, is when I'm direct sowing my seeds, or even if you're planting out anything, even if you're planting out plant starts, watch the weather. And if it's going to be raining that day, like that evening, plant them that morning. If it's going to be raining within the next couple of days, go ahead and plant your seeds and don't worry about watering. We have Hurricane Delta getting ready to come up this way and drop a lot of rain. No, that was the old hurricane. This one's a new one. Oh. And so, because I know I'm going to get like 3 days of rain, I'm not watering my garlic. It saves me a step. It also keeps what I like to call nasty water out of my garden, and it gives it real water into my garden. The rainwater is always better than a city water system.
We want to thank you guys for tuning in, watching us. And as always, if you like what you see, please hit subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Any comments? Good comments preferred.
If you have any questions, ask them. We do try to comment back as much as possible.
Yeah.
And if we don't know the answers to it, I'm sure we can figure it out.
I'm pretty smart. You know, I know things.
I know.
Like, why did Yankee Doodle call the feather in his hat macaroni?
Why?
I know that.
I do too, because it's one of the ones that he likes to tell all the time. You want to tell everybody?
Yeah, fun thing. So when in the song Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni, what he was saying was when he stuck that feather in his hat, he was then dressing in the style that was called macaroni at the time, which is a very kind of feathery, flamboyant type style. And so he's actually then declaring, yes, I am now dressing in the style of macaroni by the feather in my hat. So it has nothing to do with the food.
It has nothing to do, but I do have a little fact for the garlic that we've planted here, and not macaroni. But if you would like natural pest deterrent, planting garlic naturally deters pests in your yard. And vampires. And so if you like, it's really good to plant around your fruit trees. It will help to keep the pests away from your fruit trees. Doesn't mean that it will keep the pest away. It's a deterrent, meaning that most of them do not like it and will go away from it. So if you're trying to figure out where to plant garlic and you have fruit trees, then plant them around your fruit trees. And that may be what I do around these apples this year. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Bye. Cheers.
He's back. Hopefully he'll be back in more of these videos.